Hi there, how's it going? Paul here from TurboWeb, working from home in little old Dunedin. Um, it's interesting times. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Um, I'm excited because it's interesting to see this much change go down in one place. Well, I say one place, that's crazy. It's interesting to see this much change go down. Full stop. I mean, this is global and massive, and I've been thinking, right, well, what are we going to do about it? And you know, it's desperate times for a lot of businesses, for a lot of people. And one thing's for sure: change we must, and change we will. It's happening. And so here's some observations. The internet has never been used so much. So there was this period where remember when everyone was calling it the information superhighway? Well, it sure is now. And anyway, they got the internet going. The next kind of massive wave happened was people managed to get usable devices into their hands, where they could browse the internet and do stuff, like apps and Facebook and all those kind of things. But now, now is a thing we've never seen, where the internet is the backbone of human infrastructure, and everyone's getting their news from the internet. Everyone's using the internet to do stuff. People are ordering stuff online. So I'd say to you, if people that had never before ordered things online have either just done so or about to. People that have never had things home delivered are either about to or they've just done it. Guaranteed, absolutely guaranteed. I mean, it is just going something crazy. And previous to all this carnage, I say carnage, but it's a bit of a rough word, isn't it? Previous to this massive change, there was a lot of bloat in businesses. So I'll just point out what I mean by bloat, right? Because I'm not trying to be derogatory here, but as humans, we need to look at what we were doing. So here's some things. Look what's happened with the government. Previous to this, they used to all fly to Wellington from all over the place. They used to all fly around the world and shake hands and talk to people and blah, blah, do whatever their business of government stuff is. Spend hours talking to lobbyists, getting talked into stuff and all that kind of thing. And now, magically, that whole thing is running online. So, video conferencing software, it's not a new invention. It's been there a long time. So, imagine how cheap this government is to run now. Let's look at sport. They still have a half an hour dedicated to sport on the free-to-air news. I can't believe it. There's nothing to talk about. But if you look at the business model, so let's take your Super Rugby franchise. That'll involve high-paid executives flying a massive team of people and all their entourage around the planet to play games in big stadiums, to broadcast that on TV for people's entertainment. But in the survival situation we're at now, we don't need it. I mean, it's not feeding people. It's a nice to have. Yeah, it's great to watch some rugby, but it's not, it's not essential. So I don't know what's coming next for them. Something's happening. Look at restaurants. And this was happening anyway. The writing was on the wall a little bit here with these ones. So with restaurants, you had a restaurant and you had to keep, 50 or 100 tables, 100, 200 seats in there. You had to pay all that rent. You had to have this much area that you were leasing so you could get people in there and feed them. And maybe now you only need the commercial kitchen and you make the food and you send it to people, and maybe people run that out on electric bikes, so it's real cheap delivery. People say, what about the experience? I'm going, well, maybe the experience was nice to have. Here's the thing. I saw a brewery the other day advertising, you know, and so they had several $1 million, no, more than that. They had many millions of dollars invested in a bar and restaurant, you know, trying to be all that to the people, you know, oh, we're pairing food and wine and all that kind of crap. Well, you know, great. I mean, that was back then. But now, you know, are people wanting to pay $10, $12 a pint to come into your bar? Well, they're not coming to your bar. And maybe it's just a little online service. I mean, see, I could see them pushing hard now. Oh yeah, you can order from us online. We'll deliver to your back door. Well, I bet they will, right? But maybe that operation just had too much bloat in it. We're a restaurant. We're a bar. We're everything to everyone. Well, maybe, you know what? Less advertising. Pull it way down, nice and tight like this, and we're brewing good quality product, and we'll send it to your back door. Okay. Now I know it's not the same as going to the bar and having a few beers with your mates. And believe me, I like a few beers, but you know, times have changed. It's exciting and it's scary. It's really scary. But we need to move with that, and we need to look at what we're doing. So okay, so let's look at things that don't have the bloat, and let's look at things that are embracing these new changes, this new internet stuff, this peak. I mean, you know, my mum's on the internet, she's getting information off the internet. If my mum's doing it, anyone else can do it. So, you know, if you're a personal fitness trainer, you know, you're not online, you haven't got a business. You've got to get out there and do it. You know, we need to look at ways that you can do some stuff that adds value, that people need, that we can deliver by perhaps a different means than was done before, you know. So I think technology is going to enable things like, you know, I think I can see the freight and couriers and all that kind of stuff really picking up the game with parcel tracking, package tracking and that kind of thing. And they're going to be leaner and meaner and a whole lot faster. So I think the delivery of services is going to be a lot easier. Now, you know, people might be saying to me, yeah, that's great, Paul, blah, 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 but I'm a tradie. You know, yeah, okay. Well, I would say to you that the time is, you've got a little bit of downtime now. Okay, it's not going to be like this forever. We're not going to be locked down forever. But, you know, it's probably not going to be 3 weeks. It's going to be quite a while. I would say you need to get online now, and you need to profile that business, and you need to take advantage of this downtime and talk about why people would want to hire you, right? And maybe you want to figure out, okay, well, how can I do diagnosis from a distance? How can I let people contact me and they can show me around and I can quote the job up, you know? And you're saying, oh, well, that's crazy, you know, how can I do that? I'm an electrician. Well, I mean, there's house plans, there's all kinds of stuff. What did I hear the other day? A guy rings me up and we're having a bit of a yak to him, and he says, you know what, I can get a council plan through in 3 days now. I mean, you've got to ask what was going on before. What was going on? What were they doing? You know? So maybe, well, I'm hoping there's less demand. Was it really that inefficient? But here's the thing, you know, we even need to look at some of our other businesses. So with TurboWeb, we're all working at home. Did we really need to be paying rent on a building? Did we really need to go and buy a building? I don't know. Things have changed. Yeah, so anyway, I'm keen to talk about it. If you've got an idea, if you've got a thought or whatever, and you want to partner up with myself or my business TurboWeb and look at how we can do some cool stuff, then let's get into it. You can always get a hold of me. You know, if turboweb.co.nz, get over there, have a look. You can see who I am, just meet the rest of the team, and you know, if you want to meet up online, whatever, give us a yell, and yeah, we can do that. But anyway, I think what I'm going to do is update this every now and then and just bang out a couple of videos like this. It's fascinating times. There's massive opportunities. I'm really keen to get into it and see what we can do with it. I'll just say to all you people out there, let's be really nice. Let's be really, really nice employers, business owners. Let's be really nice family members. Let's look after everyone and be good, you know. And if you're feeling a bit crap and a bit down and out, look for the good in the world. Best thing I did was delete Facebook off my phone. You know, there's a lot of people there with a lot of opinions, and you don't necessarily need to read all that stuff. Go and see your old neighbours. Now, I don't mean go banging on their door and jump into their living room. What I mean is go and make sure they're okay. Make sure you got their phone number, give them a ring, give them a text, whatever it is. You know, if you've got people that can't get out or they're a little bit worried about their health and that, do something nice for them. Okay, that's cool. Hey, even put a teddy bear in your window, the great bear hunt in New Zealand. It's hilarious. So good, so good. See you later, eh?